Hey, it's Stokely from Sauce on the Lane. What I want to talk about today is uh, vitamin E. Vitamin E is understood to be an antioxidant. It's used it's used by a lot of artisan type cosmetic formulators to um, inhibit the growth of bacteria and stuff like that in their products. But vitamin E alone is not very good at doing that. But um, vitamin E is good as a antioxidant for your skin, um, and, and it's understood that antioxidants help to prevent or slow aging, or or slow down the death, I guess, of skin. But most people use vitamin E as a preservative. But if you look at a lot of lotions, just like the last post, um, just like the last episode on aloe vera, um, which appears in lotion a lot. Vitamin E appears in lotion a lot because it's an antioxidant, and people, it's understood that the more oxygen, the more age that cells go. Cells age faster with more oxygen, which seems weird to me because I thought oxygen was a good thing, but supposedly oxygen makes you age faster. So vitamin E, it serves two purposes. It serves to protect the skin from aging, and it also serves to protect the formula, the cosmetic formula, um, from too much oxygen um, being active in the formula. And the reason why you want to reduce, or why you want to antioxidant, well, you know what, oxidant, I'm saying it's not oxygen. Oxidation is not oxygen. Let me stop. Let me go back. Oxidation is not oxygen. Oxidation is when, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's when an electron is exchanged between two molecules or two atoms. When two atoms exchange a molecule, that's called oxidation. So, yeah, you don't want your cells to really donate their electrons, or you don't want your cells to donate their electrons, because that's basically, you don't want the molecules in your body, or you don't want the atoms in your body donating their electrons sometimes. The place that I mean, of course it has to, but your nervous system sends a lot of electrical signals, and that's some that's conduction. But that means an electron is just moving and displacing another electron and displacing another electron. But the atom, or the molecule itself, isn't losing an electron. An electron is just flowing through it. So one electron comes in and one electron goes out. So it's not oxidation. Um, or I think oxidation is when you add an electron. It must be, because reduction is when you lose an electron. Oxidation is when you add an electron. But basically, what vitamin E does, or it's supposed to do, is to prevent the transmission of these things. But you know what? I gotta look that up, because antioxidant makes me think of oxidation, which is a chemical process, almost like an electrical process, almost like a physics problem. But um, my layperson understanding of it is not, my scientific brain wants to say that it's involved in the inhibition of reduction and oxidation, as it pertains to the receiving or donation of electrons. But that's really not what cosmetic manufacturers and scientists mean when they say antioxidant. When they say antioxidant, they're basically saying it reduces the amount of oxygen available. And you want to reduce the amount of oxygen available in your formula, because the more oxygen that's there, the more oxygen that the little bacterias and the yeasts and hopefully not, but maybe virus or whatever, whatever contaminants that may come into your formulation from the air or from the manufacturing process, you want to starve those things of oxygen, so that they don't grow. I'm gonna, I spoke before about sulfur, which I include, which is an antioxidant. I spoke, not an antioxidant, but an antifungal. And I spoke before about zinc, which is an antifungal and an antibacterial. So zinc and sulfur are two of the ingredients that I include to fight any fungus or bacteria that may arise. Additionally, vitamin E is in there to inhibit the growth of any that got past the sulfur or the zinc. And I have another ingredient that I also use to inhibit, another natural ingredient that I use to inhibit fungus and bacteria, and I'm going to mention that in a different post. But now I'm just talking about vitamin E. So vitamin E is there to not only be good to your skin, treat your skin, nourish your skin, but it's also there to inhibit the growth of bacterias and any kind of organism, any microscopic organism that may need oxygen to survive. So that's what vitamin E is all about. I mean, vitamin E was in a lot of vaping products. Most vaping oils is vitamin E oil that's infused with either tobacco or CBD or THC or whatever ingredient that the formulator of the vaping oil might choose. So, excuse me, I'm getting tired. So vitamin E oil, vitamin E is something that you can ingest as a supplement. It's something that people smoke in their vaping pens, which I don't know how good that is for you. And it's something that we apply topically to our skin to protect it from breakdown and prevent it from aging faster. So that's vitamin E. That's my take on vitamin E. You can look at it on different ways, but I think the way that I just mentioned it, that it protects the skin and it nourishes the skin and stuff like that, it prevents too much oxygen from getting to the skin, which is kind of weird, but I'm not getting into it deeply, and it's not the way that I spent about 2 minutes trying to explain it in the chemical reaction type of way. It doesn't work to perform a chemical reaction. It doesn't perform a. I don't think it's involved in the oxidation reduction inhibiting process. I think it's more pertaining to O2 and oxygen molecule, preventing that from latching onto things. Your skin is still going to get oxygen from your body, and it's oil, so it's not going to unless you fall into a vat of it. I think you'll be all right. I mean, but then again, I say never take anything lightly. Everything needs to be considered. Everything needs to be researched. But like I said, vitamin E is readily available in so many cosmetics, especially lotions. It's in your vaping oil that you smoke. It's in your nutritional supplements that you take. So it's something that's used in a variety of applications in regards to the human body, which doesn't make it something you should not worry about. I'm pretty sure there's something to worry about, but I don't know exactly what it would be. Everything needs consideration. Everything needs to be done in moderation. Um, Vitamin E oil at approximately 1.5%, I think it was, from my understanding, 1.5% per by weight in your formulation is sufficient for it to function as an antioxidant, as an inhibitor of the growth of bacteria and such. So it's pretty effective even at a small quantity. Um, but in your vaping pen, it probably makes up, I don't know, 25% plus by mass. The oil in your vaping pen, I mean, it could. I would think it's really closer to the 75%. But I don't make vaping oils. I don't make vape oils, so I don't know. Nobody's vaping anymore. I don't see anybody vaping anymore. I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for listening to that.